Why do 90% of small businesses fail in their first year? It's not because they lack a great product. It's because they lack a strategy. Most people commit random acts of marketing and hope for the best. But hope is not a strategy. In this masterclass, I'm going to show you how to fit your entire business growth plan on just one single page. Today, our book is this wonderful book written by the author, Allan Dib. In this book, we will explain what marketing is and how to deal with the different phases of the marketing process. So welcome as we dive into the explanation of this book. When people hear the word marketing, advertising is the first thing that comes to mind. However, marketing is much broader than that. Let me explain. A circus group arrived in town to perform comedy shows. They had amazing elephants and carried signs that said, "We are performing shows. Buy your tickets." Those signs are what we call advertising. The group then put on a small performance to attract people, telling them, "This is just a little taste." That small performance is called promotion. One of the elephants they brought stepped on a flower bed in front of the mayor's house, and the media hyped up the story. That hype is called publicity. The mayor of the city saw what happened and laughed it off. That is called public relations. Then the group started telling people that the small free performances were over, and they were now hosting a big show that required tickets. That is called sales. Marketing is the combination of all of these elements. Most people start with sales, but that is not where you should begin. Sales comes last. However, always try to make sure your sales are performing well because it is the most important part. Allan Dib defines marketing as, marketing is the strategy used to get your ideal target market to know, like, and trust you enough to become a customer. This is an excellent definition that teaches you the proper order of things. Okay, we want to create a marketing plan, but before we do that, let's learn these 4 things. A customer goes through these 4 steps. Prospect. This is someone you expect might buy from you. Example, you sell books. People who love buying books are your prospects. They might buy from you one day, but you aren't certain yet if they will. Leads. This is someone who has noticed you. They found out that you sell books, and they liked what they saw, but they haven't bought anything yet. This person is just a lead. They have simply discovered you. Customer. This is someone who has passed the first 2 stages. You expected them, they saw you, and now they have actually bought from you. This is what we call a customer. Client. This is the most important one. This is someone who buys exclusively from you. They have passed through the 3 previous stages and will not buy books from anyone else. They only buy from you. Now that you have distinguished these 4 steps, you must set a goal to convert the prospect into a lead, the lead into a customer, and the customer into a client. Give the lead confidence so they feel ready to try you out. And remember, do not treat these 4 stages the same way. Let's now create a marketing plan. Suppose we have a product we want to market. We must go through these 3 phases: before, during, and after. The before phase is the plan to introduce yourself to people, and it is divided into 3 parts. The first one is to determine the target group. You must choose a specific niche. Allan Dib tells you not to do what big corporations do. Their marketing is aimed at the whole world, but your marketing is limited. To understand this better, marketing is divided into 2 categories: mass marketing This is aimed at everyone. Direct response. Call to action. This is the one we are creating now. The second one is invent the message. You must write the message you are conveying to the people. When you are marketing, do not talk about your product. Instead, talk about their needs. Show people what they are missing so they come to you. Your message should be concise and not confusing. If you confuse people, you will lose them. The third one is channels. You must choose the channels through which you will deliver your message. You should broadcast on a channel where people interested in your product are most active. Additionally, keep in mind that if you advertise on many channels, you might lose money on some. If one specific channel brings in the most people compared to the others, leave the rest and focus all your efforts on advertising through that one. After you have completed those steps and move past the before phase, you enter phase 2, during. This is the stage where you are dealing with leads. The goal is to get them to like you so they eventually buy from you. The first step here is capturing leads. At this stage, you must capture the customer's interest, but avoid saying the words, "buy from me." Allan Dib tells you, don't be a hunter, be a farmer. Let me explain what he means by that. In ancient times, before technology existed, people were hunters. A hunter would go out in the morning to find food for his family. He didn't know if he would find anything. He just searched and hunted. Once he caught something, he brought it home to eat, but he had to do it all over again the next day. However, when the farming era arrived, people learned how to plant. Farmers could rest more because they nurtured their crops, harvested them when ready, and stored the rest for later. The reason for this analogy is that people with a hunter mindset only care about the customer for a single transaction. They hunt for one sale and move on. But someone with a farmer mindset says, I don't just need this person to buy today. I want to nurture them so they buy from me again and again. Marketing is essentially a farmer's mindset. To prove why you need a farmer's mindset and not a hunter's, a study was conducted on what happens when you market a product. Only 3% of people will buy from you immediately. 7% are capable of buying and want to, but they need a little more convincing. 30% are capable of buying, but will only do so after a long time. This means your potential market is 40%. The remaining 60% is split. 30% don't want your product at all, and the other 30% will never buy from you. These are called customers from hell. If you act like a hunter, you are only chasing that 3%. If you act like a farmer, you are cultivating the entire 40%. The second part of the during phase is nurturing leads. You must systematically build a relationship with people who are interested in you but are not yet ready to buy. Do not apply high pressure. Instead, stay top of mind by providing value and building trust. View a long-term relationship as a normal process of building a person's confidence in you. Many businesses lose money because they fail to follow up and do not protect their leads. Be aware of your customers and guard them to prevent a leaky bucket. Do not just push the customer to buy. Instead, provide education, such as case studies or previous results, so that you appear as an expert they can trust. Nurtured leads are the ones who buy from you more often and result in much higher order values. The third part of the during phase is your sales conversion strategy. Give people a great impression of your business and present yourself in a professional and attractive way. Your pricing should be reasonable, but make sure to emphasize your unique value proposition, variation, so that people have a specific reason to choose you. Provide a free trial or something for free to give people a taste of what you offer. This is the after phase. It is the most critical phase. At this stage, many people focus on searching for new customers while ignoring their existing ones. However, Allan Dib says that existing customers are like gold. These people can become your fans and advocates, so do not lose them. Turn them into raving fans instead. The first part of the after phase is providing a world-class experience. Show your customers something amazing and protect that relationship, because these people used to be someone else's customers before. Just as they left others to come to you, make sure they don't leave you for someone else. He says you should not run a business without having the answers to these two questions. How can you make a customer leave others and come to you? The answer is your marketing, positioning. How can you keep them coming back? You must use capturing and nurturing so that every time they visit, you show them something incredible. The second part of the after phase is increasing customer lifetime value. Let me give you an example to help you understand it. You spent $10,000 on marketing your product, and it reached 10,000 people. Out of those, 1,000 people showed interest, and 100 people actually bought the product. Was that marketing campaign a failure or a success? Strictly speaking, it was a loss. Only 1% bought it, and you are in the red. However, it is not a loss. If you understand increasing customer lifetime value, let me explain. Those 100 people who bought initially only brought in $5,000. Since you spent $10,000, you are currently down by $5,000. Now you must think about how to get those 100 people to buy from you again. When they return the second time, you break even. When they return a third time, you are in profit. This is how you continue. You have learned how to bring the customer back. How can you make the customer do these things? Here are some methods. Upselling. Use customers also bought this. Be a consultant. Ask the customer questions and help them. If they want high quality, offer them the premium option. If they want something cheap, don't cheat them. Instead, honestly explain, this one isn't as good. Use this other one instead. Reactivation. Go and find the old customers who haven't bought from you in a while. The third part of the after phase is word of mouth marketing. Mouth marketing. You must get people to talk about you. Today, when a person sees a place or service they truly love, they immediately share it with their friends and family, saying, "This is a great place." Your marketing must trigger people to talk about it by providing them with an incredible experience. You have to show them something truly remarkable.